All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ashburn Ice House, where Ashburn Xtreme is taking on the Caps Academy 16AA2 team. They were uh, last weekend. These two played uh, pretty hectic games, actually. Ashburn ended up winning the championship up at the tournament up in Philadelphia. So this is a rematch of uh, those two games. Uh, and so Ashburn playing this one again against them. So hoping for a similar result. This is a CBHL matchup for these two teams. So stick with us here on Rud Sports Broadcast. We'll be right back with you shortly. Okay, so we're back and we are ready here for some hockey in this rainy afternoon, but we are inside, so the rain not affecting us. This rematch between the Cass Academy two team and the Ashburn two team. Ashburn dropping uh, dropping a game last last night to the Cass Academy one team by a score of 4-0, but the game was much closer than um, what that appeared. That's their one team, and so now looking to get back with these their winning track with against the 16AA2 team. So the players are ready. Refs checking the net. Ashburn going to start with Josh Cow. And at center, he will have Rubenstein and O'Neill to his wings, and Morse and Apostolescu at defense. Understand that Thomas Ratterman got injured yesterday during the game. Did not realize that, but he was going to be out for a while. But we hope him a speedy recovery. All right, coming into now, Singleton trying to get around. He's on to the far side corner. Now up along the far side boards, Rubenstein sends it around. Apostolescu going to get to it. And now back comes Ashburn, getting it up to Rubenstein, does O'Neill. It gets in, but it's recovered there by the Caps Academy as they work their way through, coming through center, getting it up. Sorry, having some camera issues here, guys. I'm trying to fix it. All right, so working it up now to O'Neill. O'Neill sends it. He gets it up, and now back behind the net. Retrieved down there by Ryan. Leads to, couldn't quite get a stick on that pass, and now leads into the corner. He sends it back up, looking for Morse, or sorry, that's Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel holds it in temporarily, but it does get back out, and now sent up by Conchar. Tries to get it up to Leeds. Leeds couldn't quite get it, and back comes Caps Academy. That's McNally dumping it in on the netminders. DeVost. He'll hold on, and we will get a face-off inside the Ashburn end. Just getting started here. Face-off there, won by Ashburn. That was Leeds in there. Now, but it's poked back. Sterbutzel getting to it, trying to send it around. Finally up to Leeds. Leeds coming through, looks across, tries to get it to Ryan. It does get into the zone, but it's sent right back out. And Caps Academy coming right back in, dumping it into the far side corner. Now, working around inside. Sterbutzel tries to poke it around, cannot. Now, loose in the middle, poked out, though, by Donovan, and recovered in the zone by Caps Academy. Caps Academy leaks a player out. And finally, they just dump it in. That was Julian dumping it in for Caps Academy. And now trying to get it out of the zone. Murphy. Now a centering pass. Nobody able to get a stick on it. Another shot towards the net. Stolen by Murphy. Gets it out to center. Does Wu. And working their way through. And now that's dumped in by Caps Academy. Caps Academy working to get it out. Ashburn, it kicks off the official right back to a Caps Academy stick. That's poke checked away by Rutherford as they continue to work towards the middle. Now centering pass, not able to get on. Now in the corner, Van Benton. Van Benton trying to get it out. Still can't get it out. Rutherford recovers for Ashburn. He's looking to get it up, and he misplays the puck. Still battle for it in the corner. Finally, Rutherford trying to get away from it. He's being hooked, but no call. And now it's dumped in to the right of Murphy. Murphy still getting to it. Now centering pass, it gets out, and here comes Wu. Wu working his way out. He's coming through, he dumps it in. Now it's into the far side corner. Now to the near side corner as Caps Academy gets to it. Cal giving pressure, but it gets out. Intercepted, though, by Ryan. Or, sorry, not Ryan. That's O'Neill. Now, working to the center. O'Neill dumps it back for Morse. Morse with a shot that's blocked out front by the Caps Academy. Now down low. Coming through Apostolescu. He dumps it into the zone. Behind that is sent all the way down. That's going to go far enough for icing. And we'll get a face-off right back here inside the Caps Academy zone. Now face-off there, tied up by. They try to get it out of the zone. They can't. Now they finally do. Does Caps Academy as they come back down through center. Now working across inside. And it gets out to center. And out of play. So we'll get a face-off right there at center. All right, I think I fixed the camera issues now, so we should be good. All right, Cal in for the face-off. That's one back by Caps Academy. They're going to dump it in just to the wide of netminder DeVos. Now, O'Neill sends it up. Can't get it. Being sent up and stolen up front, but not able to get the shot off as the defense holds it, but it is held in at the line. Finally, Cal does get it out to center. Now, Slayton with it. He comes in. He dumps it in, but the Caps Academy player was just offsides. His linemate was just offsides, and that'll give us a face-off just outside the Ashburn zone. 12:21 remaining here in the first period. Caps Academy currently out shooting Ashburn 4-0 early on in this one. Now sent out, gets it in, and it's dumped all the way down, not far enough for icing. As Caps Academy going to work their way back through. Kept in at the line by Sterbutzel, and that's the first shot on goal. Now working across, one by Caps Academy. They work behind their net trying to get it out. Well, Tima gets in the way. He might have bore the brunt of that, but it is sent down the ice, and that is far enough for icing, and we will get a face-off back inside the Ashburn end. I'm sorry, the Caps Academy end. Sorry, saw the red. That confused me a little bit. Sorry about that. So Ashburn moving left to right along your television screen or whatever device you're listening on. Caps Academy going right to left. That faceoff won by Caps Academy as they look to break themselves out of the zone. Kept in. Van Benton not able to keep it in the zone though, and it gets right back out here to center. And now finally working their way up. Leeds gets to it in behind the net, but Caps Academy is looking to break out, trying to break out, not able to. It's stolen off his stick by Feliciano. Now it's dumped in. Being sent around. Leeds trying to get the puck out of the zone. Finally, Caps Academy gets it. And stumped back into the zone. Sorry, still messing with my camera a little bit here, guys. Now, Caps Academy with it in the middle, trying to get it out. Ashburn can't get it out. Finally sent out. Feliciano does get it out and out to center. Caps Academy getting to it. Now looking to break out. Murphy sends it up. Looks for Ryan. Ryan dumps it in. There's no icing as that was on the right side. Conchar chasing behind the net now. Now out front. Rutherford with it. Rutherford dropping it back. Oh, and Morris couldn't quite handle the pass. And it comes right back out for Apostolescu as they look to send it up. Looking across, sending it up for Conchar. Conchar sends it up for Rutherford. Rutherford's working his way in. Passes across to Ryan with a shot, but a big save. Now Rutherford with a shot. And still looking, and the puck is still loose behind the net. Now working their way through. Bumped up there by Rutherford. Rutherford trying to get it up. He pushes it back. Sends it up. Now Apostolescu with it. Apostolescu sends it across for Morse. Morse looking across. Tries to send it up for Donovan. And misses Donovan and is icing. So that faceoff going to come up all the way back inside the Ashburn end. We are down to 9:49 remaining here in the first period. Still tied at 0. Now that faceoff won by Ashburn. That was Cal. There's a centering pass, so as it Caps have taken it. Now working their way up along the near side boards, sending it around Benelli for Caps Academy. Now it gets to the side of the net. It's sent out of the zone. That's going to get down there, and no icing. They wave off the icing. And now Wu with it, sends it around for Cal. Cal dumps it back down low. Working behind. Donovan working his way through. watching number 17. Now, Caps Academy holds the line and send it back down low. Watch there by Sterbutzel. Now a shot towards the net, blocked out front. Now sent up, and that goes all the way down. That will be icing, and we will get another face-off back inside the Ashburn end. 8:45 remaining here in this first period. Currently, Caps Academy outshooting Ashburn 4-3, but the score is still zeros on the scoreboard. Now in for the face-off. One back by Caps Academy. Now a centering pass. That misses everybody. And Rubenstein has O'Neill. O'Neill working his way up. Drop pass for Leeds. Leeds shoots it. It's loose. Another shot attempt there by Rubenstein on the rebound. Couldn't quite get to it. Now back to the point. Kept in by Murphy. He sends it down low for O'Neill. O'Neill with it in the far side corner. Sends it back around behind for Leeds. Leeds tries to center, but Rubenstein, it missed Rubenstein's stick. And so he keeps it. Now Schultz sends it in for Caps Academy. Kept in at the line as they send it around. Now Murphy giving chase. He sends it off to the corner. Now around behind the net. Caps Academy with now a centering pass. Looking for a shot. Can't get a shot off. And now Rubenstein loses an edge. Caps Academy takes advantage. It takes the puck right back. But it's blocked out front by the defense. Now Leeds gets it up for Rubenstein. Rubenstein working his way up. He's going to dump it in so they can get a change. And now behind as they change. Now sent up by Caps Academy. That's going to go all the way down. And no icing as it's not going to get far enough. And back comes Morse. Morse sending it up. Finds O'Neill, but he couldn't quite get it to him. And now up goes Morse. Morse looking low. He's got Rutherford with him. Sends it back behind. Rutherford with it now. Rutherford tied up as he tries to get through. Now sent out. Finally coming back out is Caps Academy as they come back through center. And McNally with it. He'll dump it into the far side corner as Caps Academy looks to get pressure inside the zone. Sent out front. Not able to get there with it. Blocked down by Rutherford. Rutherford, it's turned over in the middle. Rutherford with it now. He's looking. He's got Feliciano. He sends it up to Feliciano. Feliciano looking across, trying to get it to Boltima. It goes in on net, though. And now around behind the net. Back to the point. Shot by Sterbutzel gets blocked out front. Another shot by Leeds, blocked by the defense. And now finally sent out of the zone by Caps Academy. That's going to go all the way down, and that's going to be icing. Sorry about the camera there, guys. Didn't realize that it tipped up. Trying to do a better job of keeping it on the ice here. All right, face-off coming up to the right of the Caps Academy net off of that icing. Leads in for the face-off. He wins it back. Sterbutzel with the shot towards the net, blocked out front by the defense. And that is tipped off of the stick, out of play, and the face-off. Face-off will be outside the zone as they say it came off of a Ashburn stick. Now working Leeds, gets that in for Ryan. Ryan sends it on net, but sticked aside easily by the netminder. Now shot by Sterbutzel, gloved down by the netminder. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off to his right. 6:06 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn and Caps Academy 2 locked up at zeros. Now that puck was tied up and taken by Caps Academy. They come out through center. They get it down low. Working wide. Now behind the net they work. Back to the point, but it misses. The pass is not able to get to, so there's no icing. And kept in at the line by Sterbutzel. Shot towards the net, sticked aside by the netminder. Now behind. Sterbutzel holds the line along the board, sends it back low. It gets behind the net. Back there looking for Feliciano. Now along the near side corner, trying to hold it in. Finally gets out to center. taken by Sterbutzel. He sends it in. Ryan tips it past the defender. He's down low. He takes a low angle shot and gets out to center, and back comes Pulaski. Pulaski for Caps Academy. Working wide. Trying to get it back across. Cannot. Now sent down low. Now sent up by Murphy. It gets out of the zone. Conchar checks the player off the puck. Now down low. Inside the far side corner. Caps Academy cycling the puck. Now back to the point. Shot blocked out front by Cow. Picked up there by Cow. Cow coming back in. He's got Rubenstein with him. Shot towards the net, goes high over the net, and comes back along the near side boards as they finally get it out to center. Now working their way around deep. Murphy checks the player off the puck. Van Benton sending it around, finds Rubenstein. Rubenstein working with it. And it is sent back up. Now McNally sidesteps one, and then he's checked up off the play by Cal. And back comes Van Benton sending it up for Rubenstein. It's sent down. Now sending it to, played up by the goaltender. He gets it up to Slapton and kept in by McNally, but he can't get it past Cal or Morse. Now kept in. Sent towards the net. Another shot goes wide of the net. Apostolescu trying to get through. Now working their way up. Wu sending it across. Nobody there. He had no one on this side. Now working their way up. Back inside the zone, Apostolescu. Apostolescu gets to it. He sends it up. Looking for Donovan. Donovan working his way into the zone. He dumps it deep. Now sent to the middle. No one there. Ashburn was changing their defense. And so now coming back, saved by pad of DeVos. Now working their way up. Rutherford with it. Rutherford getting it deep. Sends it, drops it for Donovan. Now to Wu. Wu in his feet, but he didn't know where the puck was. And back comes Caps Academy. Intercepted by Rutherford. Rutherford trying to dump it in. He gets checked up off the play. Scrum for it here. And Caps Academy comes back with it, but it's intercepted. Now Wu dumping it in. He sends it around. Now around. Revich with it. Revich looking. He can't hold the puck. Puck is really bouncing terribly for both teams right now. Now shot on by Bartle. That's held on by DeVos. He'll hold on to it and we'll get a face-off to his right. 2:15 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn and Caps Academy held up at zeros. That face-off won by Leeds. Sent around. Now all the way down the ice it goes. It's not going to be far enough for icing. And now held. Voltima holds it along the boards. Trying to get through. Now around behind the net. Leeds with it behind the net. Now Feliciano with it. He sends it back to Leeds behind the net. Now trying to center it out front. Shot and a goal. And I believe that goal went off of a defender. I don't think that went off of, I think that's going to be Leeds' goal on the centering pass. And so Ashburn up 1-0. All right, so they did give so Voltima must have gotten his stick on it. Now back comes that Caps Academy. They dump it in around behind. Looking wide. Morse. Now finally pushed up by leads to Boltima. Boltima, the goal scorer right now. He's taken out of the play. Sent up down low. Apostolescu going to go ahead and reset it for Murphy. He dumps it in. Lead's going to give chase, but sent out of the zone by Caps Academy. Morse not able to get to that one. It's dumped back in, and Apostolescu will recover for Ashburn. Now Feliciano along the far side boards. Looking around, and he's going to send it up. He gets it out to center. McNally gets it for Caps Academy as they work back towards. Now behind the net, coming Apostolescu along the boards. Now a shot towards the net, saved by DeVos, and another shot on the rebound. Big save by Tommy DeVos, keeping this a 1-0 game. Now Kyle in for this faceoff for Ashburn. Now that faceoff, one back, now in the corner, looking to get their way out, and that is sent out of play by Revich as it misses the glass and goes over the and hits the netting. So faceoff coming up to the right of Thomas DeVos. Cal in for the faceoff. He wins it back, gets it around for Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel sending it around, held in temporarily. Now it is held in, and a shot towards the net. Another shot towards the net and covered up by DeVos. He'll hold on, and we'll get a faceoff off to his right with 13.4 remaining. Now Rutherford in for this faceoff. He wins that one back for Van Benton. Being sent around behind the net. Now trying to get it out, Ryan. Now a shot towards the net. Another shot, short side, saved. Back behind the net. Puck is loose. 2-1, and that'll do it for the first period. So after one period, Ashburn up 1-0. 11 shots on goal, no goals for the Caps Academy in that first period. 9 shots on goal and one goal for Ashburn. Stick with us here on Rudd Sports Broadcasting. We'll be right back with you in just a moment. So Ashburn going to start the second period here with Rutherford out there centering with Ryan and looks like Ryan and Conchar on the wings. Starting with Van Benton and Murphy at the points. As we begin this period, Ashburn up 1-0. Rutherford now in for the faceoff against Salt. He ties it up, gets it up for Ryan. That's in, and it gets into the zone. Poked aside by the netminder. Tried to clear. Rutherford keeps it in along the boards. He spun off the puck. He gets it back, though, for Ryan. Now sent back low. Now Conchar with it. Conchar looking out front. Can't get it out front to Rutherford. Now back behind the net. Ryan to Conchar. Rutherford holding it in along the boards. He comes away. He takes a shot. That goes, it's deflecting, goes wide. Murphy dumps it back. And now it's sent all the way down by Caps Academy. That'll be icing and get us a face-off back inside the Caps Academy zone. Then he played. So leads in for this face-off for Ashburn. That's tied up. Finally, one back. Morse sends it back around behind the net, taken there by a Caps Academy player, and down low it goes. Continuing, kept in at the line by Apostolescu. He tries to send it towards the net. It's blocked out front. Finally sent down. Morse will recover in at center. He sends it off the boards looking for Wu. Couldn't quite handle it. And back comes Caps Academy. Now Georgian gets it in. Now sent out, kept in at the line by 95 as it goes back around behind the net. Now a centering pass tipped up front by Leeds, but it's kept in at the line. Shot towards the net that goes high and goes over. Still working their way out. Now Wu trying to get it around. Can't get it out of this. He does get it out of the zone. Finally gets it up. And now Leeds with it. Leeds bumped off the play. And it comes back out to center. And now Morse resending it over to Apostolescu. He sends it up. Dumped in by Donovan. That's on net. And they will play for it now. Working around. Sent up and out of the zone. Working their way out. Here comes Pearson for Caps Academy. Taken away by Morse. Over to Ryan. Not Ryan. O'Neill. O'Neill with it now. O'Neill. And there's a call coming up. A delayed call coming up on Caps Academy. Ashburn getting other player out. Now it's shot towards the net. Saved. Ashburn still working with the extra attacker. And now finally taken by Caps Academy. And there'll be a holding call coming up on Caps Academy. So, so Ashburn going to get the first power play goal here on the holding call to number 89, Ullman. So Sterbutzel in for this face-off for Ashburn as they begin the power play. That face-off won. O'Neill tried to send it back, but he lost the puck. He gets it back though behind the net now as he works across. He really tackles for Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel takes a shot that goes high and over, and finally out to center. Now O'Neill tries to sidestep a check, loses the puck in the process, and back comes Caps Academy. They're sending it out. Now that's dumped in, but Rubenstein couldn't quite get back on sides, and that'll give us a face-off here at center because that is where the pass originated. Now Sterbutzel in for the face-off. They win that back. And working their way through, can't get out. Or they do get out, excuse me. Now sent across by Morse to O'Neill, but he can't handle the pass. And now O'Neill sending it back to center. Over to Morse. Morse misses him, but it's not going to get far enough for icing. Sent out. That's tipped down. And Morse with it now, recouping for Ashburn. Back to Cowell. Can't get it out of the zone. Trying. It's now inside the zone as Caps Academy looking to do something damage shorthanded, but they lose it, and Ashburn going to go ahead and recover and get it out. It's sent out. Cowell sends it up for O'Neill. Now O'Neill, he's good at the line, comes in with a shot save. It's loose. Big save. They send it all the way down. That's going to be icing. And face-off going to come back inside the Caps Academy end. .39 seconds remaining here on the power play for Ashburn. Leads in for the face-off. That's one back to Van Benton. Now working it down low. Trying to get it low. It does get low. Now Rutherford with it behind the net. He sends it across. Finds Ryan. That shot by Leeds was taken, but now back comes Caps Academy looking to come back shorthanded. Van Benton gets to it. Van Benton working his way up. He sends it up for Rutherford. Rutherford working his way in. He dumps it around. Just Chase sends it back for Van Benton. Van Benton with it. Now to Rutherford. Sorry, that's Conchar. To Murphy, can't get to it. Now Rutherford has it. He sends it back low for Murphy. Now to Rutherford. Oh, and he couldn't quite get to the puck. And that puck is kept in there by Van Benton. He looks, sending it up, and it's blocked up front. Caps Academy is back at full strength, by the way. Now looking to get things back. Murphy sending it up for Conchar. Conchar sending it across for Leeds. Leeds with it. Leeds working his way up. Rutherford holds the line, sends it back in. Now kept in by Murphy. Rutherford keeping it in. He dumps it back low. Finally sent out. Revich gets a hold of it for Ashburn, sent it back out of the zone, and it's dumped right back in by the Caps Academy. Trying to work their way up. Woo. And that is too many men on the ice. So too many men on the ice for Caps Academy. And so Ashburn going to go right back to the power play as this one had just expired, and they're going to go back to the power play now. Feliciano going to be in there in the face-off dot for Ashburn. Now sent back. That gets all the way out of the zone as it hops the stick of splits the defense. Now finally out. Here comes Feliciano. Feliciano working his way through. He's being harassed, and he gets checked up off the play. Wu keeps it. He dumps it back low for Feliciano. Feliciano with it. He dumps it back, looks for Strabutzel. Strabutzel couldn't quite get to it. He's shot weakly side of the net as his stick was hit as he shot it. Now Wu behind the net. Looks back for Revich. Revich takes a shot towards the net. It's loose out front. Shot by Wu. That gets sent wide. Couple big saves there by the netminder. Now Revich dumps it back for Wu. Wu coming. He takes a shot. Glove down by the netminder. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off to the left of the Caps Academy net. 10:56 remaining here in the second period. 1:17 remaining on the power play for Ashburn. And now Strabutzel taking this face-off for Ashburn. Tied up and won by Ashburn. Now back to the point. Morris takes a shot. That gets blockered aside by the netminder. Now Kyle takes a shot towards the net. It hits a defender out front. Back low, Strabutzel. Strabutzel sends it back up top for Morris. Morris with a shot towards the net. That's saved. Morris holding the line. He sends it back down low. He gets it off for O'Neill. That shot, I'm sorry, that was Strabutzel. The puck is loose. Puck is still loose, and they can't quite get it to it as everybody was tied up. Morris still with it down low. Now behind the net, tries to center out front. Gets it back over for O'Neill. O'Neill sending it around back for Strabutzel. Strabutzel with a shot towards the net. That's blocked aside by the defense. Goes wide. Now back towards the net. Morris. Shot kept. Feliciano out for O'Neill. Shot by O'Neill. Save and held onto by the netminder. And we will get a face-off coming up to his left. 23 seconds remaining here on the penalty for too many men for Caps Academy. 10:02 remaining in the period. Rutherford in for this face-off. He wins that back for Van Benton. Van Benton sending it down low, looking for Bultima. Bultima bumped up off the play. Rutherford tries to get to it. It hops his stick, and back comes Caps Academy, shorthanded. They're going to dump it in. Now looking wide. Pearson watching out low. He can't get to it, and now back comes Ashburn. Bultima working his way in, coming low. Now centered, but nobody was home, and Caps Academy sending it back out as they are back at full strength. Murphy with it here. He looks across, finds Van Benton. Now working their way out, and that's sent all the way down by, and icing waved off. Now sent through, comes across, No icing. Icing waved off. Van Benton giving chase behind the net. He sends it around to the near side boards. No Ashburn players there. Now a shot saved by DeVos on that tip. And now back comes trying to get it up for O'Neill, but blocked out front. And that is certainly offsides, but not called. Now looking out front, Rutherford watching that player. Big save by DeVos, and now being watched as it's sent in, and they are offsides, and that faceoff is going to come all the way back just outside the Caps Academy zone because that's where the pass originated. .837 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn holding on to their 1-0 lead. Ashburn now changing as we're halfway through, changing their netminders. DeVos comes out, and Wells is now in. That faceoff won by Leeds, but it's sent right back out of the zone. And back comes Caps Academy. They dump it in. Looking wide, Apostolescu. He's tied up. Now behind. Apostolescu sends it around for Morse. Morse sending it up the zone. Can't get it out. It's sent across. Now Apostolescu with it. He sends it up. It gets out to center. Now trying to get it further. Can't. As Caps Academy looking to come back. They do. It's tipped back out by Apostolescu. Now Leeds trying to find it across for Ryan. But Caps Academy saw that coming all the way. And now back here at center. Leeds can't get it past the Caps Academy stick. And they're going to dump it back in. And Morse will retrieve for Ashburn. Now Morse coming back up. He's sending it through. Can't get by one. And stopped up there by Ponchar. Sent up and tipped out to center. Looking across. Now Holman trying to send it up. It's down. Morse being chased by Pearson, and Pearson gets to it, and it's sent right back out. And now giving chase, O'Neill. O'Neill working his way to the net. He takes a shot. That's saved by the netminder. Now sends it back. Was looking to get it to Morse. Couldn't. Now coming back. Revich watching the player. His stick saved by Revich. And he sends it out of play. And we'll get a face-off up to the right of new Ashburn netminder for this game, Scott Wells. Now Kyle's out there for the face-off. That face-off won by Caps Academy. That's sent up. Sending it out. Can't get it out of the zone. Now down low. Sterbutzel gets to it. He's looking to send it out. He gets it up for Rubenstein. Rubenstein sends it out of the zone. And now Caps Academy having to regroup. They send it back in. They send it on further, but Sterbutzel's there. He's going to send it up. He tips it up for Rubenstein, but he tipped it on the wrong side of, he was on the wrong side of center. So that's icing, and that faceoff will come all the way back inside the Ashburn end. 6:34, excuse me, remaining here in the second period. Ashburn still holding on to this 1-0 lead. Cal wins that faceoff, but it's tipped from further by Caps Academy, and they take it now, and they've center, but luckily Sterbutzel is there. He sends it up as he looks to push it into the zone. Now Rubenstein with a shot across. He was looking for O'Neill, but it got by him. Now bumped off the play, but here comes Caps Academy looking to come back. Tipped away by Sterbutzel. Now O'Neill clearing up the middle. He's going to come through. Working his way into the zone. He dumps it on further. Now behind the net, O'Neill. Working down low. Resets it back up top for Van Benton. Van Benton sends it back down lower. Now Cal giving chase. Sent around by Caps Academy, but held on. Now Sterbutzel finally gets it out to center. Now back across, and that was almost picked off. Sent out, cleared up the middle. Shot saved by Wells with the pad. Now that is sent up, And back out to center. Now Rubenstein sending it across. He's trying to find Donovan. Donovan chasing the player along that side. And now, and there's going to be a hooking call, and I think it's upcoming on Ashburn. I think that's going to be Donovan going to the box for hooking. And so Ashburn now going to the penalty kill. Face off going to be to the left of netminder Scott Wells with 5:19 remaining here in the, sorry, it's 5:14 remaining here in the now inside. Leeds wins the face off. He sends it around, does Murphy. Can't get it out of the zone. Now Caps Academy centers, but it's going to get out to center, and they're going to have to reset. Now McNally with it for Caps Academy, sending it up, misses everybody. Van Benton stepping up to it, gets it up for Wu. Wu can't quite get it past, and now back they come, working 3-on-2 at the line, shot across, but not able to hang on to it, and it gets around behind. And now down low, Murphy trying to get it up to Wu, can't. Now Clapton with it. Clapton, he's down low. There's a player down for Caps Academy. So he went down, and I didn't see what happened. Luckily, the player's okay. He's skating up on his own power, but it looks like he has something with his shoulder. So because the play was stopped due to an injured Caps player and not a penalty, the faceoff comes outside the zone. So now working face-off. That's one sent around. Morse now sent around, looking as the Caps Academy looking to try and get it down low. Can't. Now they finally do get it back. Now looking out front. Can't get to the player out front. Finally out to center. Trying to get it out. Cal. He checks the player up off the play. Now working their way through. Now sent down. And that is going to be icing. And face-off will come back inside the Ashburn end. So Ashburn's still killing for another 46 seconds. 3:59 remaining in the period. Cowan for the faceoff. He wins that one back, sends it back for Apostolescu. That's sent up, not able to get there. And gloved down by Wells, and we'll get a faceoff here to the right of the Ashburn net. Now working in, Wu in for our Leeds was in for that faceoff. That's one back, shot towards the net and went wide. Wu tries to get to it, can't. Moore sending it around. Now looking on the other side, Strabutzel. Strabutzel sending it up for Leeds. Leeds has got Wu, and he's trying to send it in. Wu gets to it, or not yet. He hasn't. Now he gets to it. He sends it around behind the net. Now working their way up. Here comes Caps Academy. 8 seconds remaining on their power play. Now dumping it in. Now sending it around. Now Donovan is back on the ice for Ashburn. Shot towards the net, saved by Wells. Now working through on the far side, trying to get it out. Can't. Centering pass, but that's taken by Donovan. And now back with Wu. He sends it up for Donovan. It went through his legs. He wasn't able to get down. And now behind the net. Now Donovan with a big hit along the net. Backside there. Now sent around. Back to the point for Conchar. Conchar sends it around below. Donovan giving chase. Being sent out. Kept in by Revich. Revich with a shot towards the net. Big save by the netminder. Holds on because Donovan was there waiting for the rebound. But no rebound to be had. And face-off going to come up to the left of the Caps Academy net. Rutherford in for this face-off. Rutherford ties that one, wins it, but it's now taken back by Caps Academy. And now sends around behind. Van Benton looking, sends it up, trying to get it out. Checked by Rutherford. Now back below. Inside the near side corner, sent around by Murphy. Baltima trying to get it out. Can't get it out of the zone as he waited on it. Sent up. Now down it goes. Rutherford gloves it down, sends it up for Feliciano. Now Baltima's there. Kicked on by Feliciano. Now trying to reset Ashburn. Murphy with it now. He sends it around across for Van Benton. Van Benton sending it up, looking for Baltima. He gets it. Connor Baltima sends it into the zone. Now around behind, looking. Rutherford intercepts. He comes down low, trying to send it towards the net. It gets sticked aside, and now there's a penalty upcoming for hooking. And the hooking penalty upcoming on Caps Academy. So face-off will stay down there, and we are still sitting at 1-0 lead for Ashburn. Minute 59 remaining here in the second period. 2 minutes now upon the penalty, and Ashburn up 1-0. Sterbutzel there tying it up, sending it around, trying to get it through. Rubenstein can't quite get to it. Now it's sent down around low. Sent up, kept in at the line by Cal. He'll dump it deeper behind the net, looking for Rubenstein. Rubenstein trying to get to it. Now looking down low, trying to get it out. It's stuck up behind the net. Finally comes loose. Rubenstein sending it back, looking for Morse. Morse couldn't quite be there. And now working up, he loses the puck. Sends it back over for Sterbutzel. And now Sterbutzel working his way in. He sends it around behind the net. Now in. Cal holds the line, and now he still holds it. Now a shot towards the net. Goal! Josh Cow on the goal. Goalie was down. Goalie was screened. And Ashburn with the power play goal goes up 2-0. So that faceoff taken. One. Now back comes Ashburn. They send it up. Working through. Looking through. Coming across. Gets out to center. Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel down low. Trying to get it up to Leeds. Leeds not able to get out of the zone, but now it is sent out by Revich. Revich working his way in. Ryan sending it across behind for Leeds. Leeds tries to center it, but hits the back of the net. Now, Caps Academy working their way out. Georgian gets through. He sends it through for Dagler. Dagler tries to get a shot off. It rolls on his stick. He's not able to get it on net. Now with it, Georgian sends it to the middle. Not able to get a shot off. Ryan gets it off to the corner. Now sent up and out to center. Now Leeds looking for it. Sent across. Working through. And that'll do it for the second period. So, after 2 periods, Ashburn up 2-0. Ashburn, in that period, Ashburn had 12 shots on goal for a 2-period total of 21. And also had the lone goal of that period. So that puts him up 2-0. Meanwhile, Caps Academy had 6 shots on goal for a 2-period total of 17 and no goals. So still Ashburn coming in, holding on. 17 minutes left here in the third, or for the third period, trying to hold on and get the W. Obviously, Caps Academy hoping for something a little, hoping to get a couple goals here and make it a closer game. Stick with us here on Rudd Sports Broadcast. We'll be right back with you in just a minute. All right, and we're back for the third period. Ashburn coming into the third period up 2-0. Leads in for the faceoff. He's out there with Conchar and Ryan. Faceoff won by Caps Academy. They send it back up the zone and into the zone. Murphy gets to it. He sends it up. Looks, tries to find Leeds sending it across. And onside, just barely. Ryan checked up off the play. And now working their way back, Caps Academy. Murphy with it. Murphy trying to send it up Camps. And working across Van Benton. Van Benton sends it up for Leeds. Leeds up to Ryan. Ryan trying to send it into the zone. It's tipped off by Caps Academy. And back comes Dagler. Dagler sends it in, gets it into the zone, but couldn't hold the line. And now having to reset. Now Ryan with a possible break. He needs to hurry though. Sent it across for O'Neill, but it's just too far. And now looking low, shot, loose, still at the side of the net. Can't get it there. Powell looking to put that one away. Couldn't. Now behind the net, O'Neill. O'Neill trying to get to the puck. Behind the net. Being watched. Now checked up off the play. As comes back along the near side boards and working their way up. Here comes Pulaski. Pulaski comes through. He's checked up off of it. Rubenstein now sending it across, looking for O'Neill. That misses everything. And Cass Academy recovering. Now back out to center. O'Neill. Just gets back on sides. And it's sent back out. Now Morse. Morse looking. Sending it across. Off the boards. Trying to get it up for O'Neill. O'Neill's checked up off the play. And now down low to Rubenstein. Rubenstein working for it into the far side corner. Has it tied up. And now working their way out. Back comes Caps Academy with speed at the line. And Morris loses a stick. Shot saved by Wells. Pushed up and gets up and out. Now Feliciano coming in. 2-on-1. He's there with Rutherford. Trying to send it across. Rutherford couldn't quite get his stick on it though. And now back down low. Voltima kept in at the line by now trying to send it down low. Can't. And now back comes Caps Academy at the line on sides. Now sent across Apostolescu. Apostolescu trying to send it around. He gets it up for Feliciano along the far side boards. Now Alex Apostolescu gets to it. Can't quite. Trying to get away from the Caps Academy player. Now Rutherford we're digging at it. Finally comes loose, but behind the net. Hooked free, still behind the net. And now sent around. And out it comes. That is not going to be icing. Now working their way down. Caps Academy gets to it. Clapton coming back with it for Caps Academy. Clapton coming in. He dumps it in. Now back below. Revich. Revich sending it around for Donovan. Donovan trying to send it up. Now that's sent out. There is no icing as that is tipped. And Leeds giving chase. He's not going to get to it. And now he's going to get called for checking from behind. That's a pretty weak call. But they're going to call him checking from behind. And
That's a pretty weak checking from behind call, but that's the call. So face-off going to come back down inside the Ashburn zone. Leads in the box for checking from behind. That'll be a 2 and 10, which means 2 minutes and then another 10 on top of that. So he won't be available until 1:39 remaining in the third period, unless so he won't be available unless until 1:39 unless Caps Academy scores on this. If he does, if they do score on this power play, then his 10 minutes would start at that point. So Boltima going to serve the 2-minute penalty for checking from behind, and Leeds will be sitting for a while. There's a shot towards the net. That's sent out, and Wu gets it out to center. Now working through, sent across. Donovan picks it off, sends it back into the zone. Still working along as Caps Academy looking to work their way out. Now sent up. Here comes Veneri. Veneri coming in for Caps Academy along the corner. Now behind the net. He's checked up off of it. Looking, shot towards the net. Saved by Wells. Another shot as the puck is loose. Trying to get it out of the zone. It does get out. Wu just sends it down the ice. That's going to be icing. And face-off coming up back inside the Ashburn end. 13:02 remaining in the game. Minute 24 remaining on this power play for Caps Academy. Cal out there with Murphy, Rubenstein, and Van Benton for the penalty kill for Ashburn. And that is one back by Cal. Cal sending it around, trying to get it through. Along the boards, trying to get out. Van Benton watching the player along the side. That's sent across. Now blocked out front. And another block on the shot as they can't quite get out. But now McNally trying to get through. Puck is loose. Saved by Wells. Another one. Saved by Wells. And then cleared out by the defense. Gets it all the way back down to the other end. That is not getting far enough for icing. Big saves by Ashburn netminder Wells. Now sending it through, and that pass misses everything. That goes all the way down. Caps going to have recovered. Now working their way out. Caps Academy sending it up. Bartle with it. He sends it around. Looking for Ullman. Ullman behind the net. Sends it out front. Shot saved by Wells. Another shot. Another save. Another shot towards the net. Saved by Wells. Cleared out. And now tipped away. And now Apostolescu just going to send it all the way down the ice. That's going to get out for icing. No, it stops up along the boards and doesn't get in. So McNally coming in. Now he comes in, sent through, and that'll do it for the power play. Now dumped in on net. Wells sticks that one aside easily, sends it up for O'Neill. O'Neill getting it up for Conchar. Conchar dumps it in. Now he's watching the Caps Academy player, kept in by O'Neill. He sends it up, but it goes out of play, and we'll get a face-off just outside the Caps Academy zone. 11:20 remaining in the third period. Ashburn up 2-0 and just killed off a big power play for Caps Academy. Coming up huge in net, Scott Wells. And I always say your best penalty killer has to be your goaltender. Out of that faceoff, won by Rutherford, but then picked up by Dagler. He comes through. Now spun off by Sterbutzel. He sends it around behind the net. Looking shot. Blocked out front by Revich. Now inside, looking around. Now coming across, Conchar sends it out of the zone. Now sent back in. Working their way up. Trying to get out. That's sent down. Little back and forth play here in the neutral zone. Sterbutzel's going to get it in his own zone. He sends it up for Revich. Revich looking, sending it up for Rutherford. He tips it out to center. And now getting it up. Dagler dangles around Rutherford. Now shit to the net. Saved by Wells on a point-blank one-time opportunity. And now behind the net. Still loose. Can't get it out. Now a shot towards the net. And that one bounces off of Revich and into the net. And that'll be a goal for Caps Academy. Nothing Wells could do. He couldn't see it. He had everybody in front of him, to include his own players screening him, and it bounces off of him and goes into the net. So 2-1 with 10:21 remaining here in the third period. Now Cal in for the faceoff. He sends that one back. Now looking back across for Van Benton. Van Benton sending it up. He sends it up for O'Neill. O'Neill can't get it into the zone. Sent right back out by Caps Academy. Cal working on it, trying to get out of the zone. They finally come through. Now looking across. Inside the near side corner, O'Neill looking to get out of his own zone. He sends it up, sends it out. It hops the stick of Bartle, and he's going to go ahead and have to regroup. He sends it back out. Now send out for. Now O'Neill has it at center. He sends it across looking for Rubenstein, but he was cut off from the play by one of the Caps Academy players, and that is sent right back in by Caps Academy. Now working their way up, trying to get out. Now looking their way towards the net. That's blocked out front by the defense. Now sending it around O'Neill. He tries to rip it around the boards, but it goes out of play, and a face-off coming up inside the Ashburn end. 9:22 remaining here in the period. Ashburn still holding on to the 2-1 lead. Now that face-off taken and won by Ashburn. That was Feliciano. Wu's in the corner fighting for it. Still fighting for it. Puck can't get out of there. Finally comes through. Morris gets it behind the net. He sends it up. Looks up for Bultima. Bultima is coming through. Now down low. Working for the puck. Finally coming away. Sending it up. And gets through. Clapton. Clapton trying to get it through. He can't get it by Morse. Morse sends it back around for Wu on the far side corner. But can't get it out of the zone. Not yet anyway. Now Feliciano with a potential break. He also has Bultima with him, but he takes a shot. That's saved by the netminder. He gets the rebound. Now back for Apostolescu. His shot towards the net. Bultima tipped it, but he didn't go on net. It just popped up in the air. And now down in the corner, looking Apostolescu, trying to send it down low. He's checked up off the play. Bultima with it. He sends it back for Feliciano. Now to Bultima behind the net. He tries to center it for Feliciano, but he couldn't, and it gets back out. That's sent all the way down. And is it going to get far enough for icing? No. Yes. That was a very late whistle for that icing call. Probably should have waved it off, but either way, he called it late icing. So the faceoff is going to come back inside the the Caps Academy end. 8:10 remaining here in the game. Ashburn still holding on to that very slim 1-goal margin. Now Rutherford in for the faceoff. That one won by Caps Academy, but Donovan recovers it. Now around behind, looking, trying to send it down low. Puck squeaks out. Rutherford, he can't get his stick on it, and back comes Caps Academy. Caps Academy working their way through, coming middle, and Sir Bussell sending it up. Can't get it out, and now it's sent back down low. Now down low, can't get to it. And Ryan trying to send it out. Can't get it out of the zone. That's blocked up front by Rutherford. But sent towards the net. And now sent out front. Cal comes back and gets to it. And now working their way through. Ryan. Now it's sent back in, not icing. They're saying they was on the correct side of red when he sent it through. Now working through, coming out and down the ice. That's going to get in on net, I think. Oh, just wide of the net. That was almost a pretty pool cue shot on net, but it does go wide, and that is icing, and we'll get a face-off back inside the Ashburn end. 7:08 remaining. Now out front, trying to get through. It does get out. And now here comes O'Neal. O'Neal working his way through, sending it across, tried to get it. Oh, and that block by the defenseman almost put it into his own net. Now, checked off. O'Neal's got it. Cal with it. Cal looking down low inside the corner. Can't get it out. Van Benton now with it down, trying to get out. They can't get out of the zone. It's kept in at the line by, oh, they're saying it did come out. I didn't think that puck came all the way out, but apparently it did because the official was right there and saw it. And it doesn't really matter because he called it, and so that is what it is. Now face off, taken and won by Ashburn, but it's sent out. Now Dagler coming in as he gets it around Van Benton. In the corner, Murphy. Now looking down low, Cal trying to send it up and out. It's kept in at the line by McNally. McNally takes a shot towards the net. Didn't get all of it, and it's sticked aside there by the defense as Van Benton works his way out. Now sent through, Cal. Cal with it. He dangles around one. He keeps it moving. Now working through, sent up out of Murphy, able to intercept that pass as they tried to stretch pass. O'Neal dumps it in and back down low. McNally's going to go ahead and recover for Caps Academy. Now sending it up, almost intercepted, couldn't. Now to Johnson with it, and now checked up off the play by Conchar. Woo, sending it around, turns it over in the middle, shot cleared away by Apostolescu. Another shot that goes high and over, and back comes Conchar. Conchar tried to get it out of the zone, can't, and couldn't find Wu, and now back they come, Caps Academy, in across the line, sent back out, but not able to get it out of the zone. Finally, it does come out, and it is sent out to center. Caps Academy looking to get it out of the zone. They do. They get it in, and now it's finally sent in by Bjornsson, and can't get it out of the zone. Ullman sends it back in for Caps Academy. Apostolescu behind the net with it, trying to get it across for Wu. Now sent back around for Morse. Morse looking up. Morse sending it up. Back to the middle. Puck is loose. Oh, and it hops the stick of the Caps Academy player, and it's sent out by Feliciano back out to center as they work their way through. Now coming through. Dumped in, but that's going to be icing. That's going to be icing, and face-off coming up back inside the Ashburn end. 4:43 remaining here in the third period. Ashburn still up 2-1. Now Rutherford in for this face-off. He's out there with Ryan and O'Neal, it looks like. Oh, no, Bultima. That puck won by Rutherford, but turns it over, and he hits the crossbar. Now sent up off, trying to look around, can't get it out. Tien holds the line, trying to get it out. Strabutzel. It's loose behind the net. Rutherford checks him off the play, trying to get it out of the zone, can't get it out of the zone. Cass Academy resetting, shot towards the net. Rutherford blocks that one down, and it's still loose. He kicks it out of there. Another shot towards the net blocked, trying to get out of the zone. Now finally works it out. That's sent down and out of play. So we will get a face-off back inside the Ashburn zone. 4:06 remaining here in the game. Ashburn still holding on to that 1-goal lead. Now Cal in. Cal wins it back. He sends it for Strabutzel. Strabutzel sending it around the boards, trying to get it up for O'Neal. Can't. Check by Cal. He sends it all the way out. That's going to be icing, and a face-off upcoming inside the Ashburn end. Cal back in for this face-off. He sends that back, sends it up. Van Benton can't get it out. Cal, big hit along the boards, dislodges it, gets around to the other side, but they can't get it out of the zone. Caps Academy really buzzing right now. Now Murphy sending it up, and finally sent out by Ryan, but he is taken down as they work around behind the net. trying to get it out. It's held in by the official, Rubenstein. Rubenstein watching that player. Now Cal watching him, trying to get it out. Can't. Poked off, though, by Rubenstein, but Caps Academy really holding the play in the zone as they still try to get through. Can't get it out of the zone. Finally, Cal sending it up, but it's held in at the line. Shot towards the net, tipped away by the defense. And now Donovan sending it around, gets it out. I'm sorry, that's not Donovan. That was Van Betten. Now O'Neill with the shot right into the glove. He can't hold the rebound, but we can't get the rebound. And out it comes. Now, intercepted by Feliciano. He misplays the puck. Finally working their way out. Sending it out and checked up off the play. That was probably boarding. So, and there's an injured player. Van Betten went in hard. That was so in the official's defense, the play was he was not behind the play. It was definitely boarding. So he didn't see it. So there's an injured player, so it's got to come outside the zone. Should no the face off one. Sent up, coming through, coming around. He's checked up off the play. Now working low. Can't get it out. Still working it through. Revich giving chase behind the net. Sterbutzel. Now they're pulling their goalie now. Is Caps Academy as we're down to 2 minutes. Now towards the middle, shot and a goal. Gets through. And you felt like this was coming just based off of all of the pressure being put on by Caps Academy. So it is now 2-2. 2-2, and Ashburn needing to make a comeback now. Caps Academy has certainly pulled most of the play in this period. All right, so 2:07 left, tied at 2. Now O'Neill sending it through, getting around. He gets by. O'Neill takes a shot that gets sticked aside by the netminder. He's in the corner with it. Now below, looking, comes out. Caps Academy leaks a player back, but he's not seeing as the guy was loose. And now back behind. Interception, though, by Apostolescu, but he couldn't get it over to O'Neill. And offsides at the line. Bartle just offsides at the line, so we'll get a face-off here. So pass happened over here, so face-off is going to be at center. Cal sending it down, getting it in. Now O'Neill, around one, sends towards the net, but not able to get it on net. And now back they come. Working their way through. That's tipped off, shot, and blocked out front. Now O'Neill sending it up. It gets out to center, but not far enough for icing. So they are continuing. Now working. That's intercepting. Rutherford with it. Rutherford looking. Sends it across. Finds Ryan. Ryan to O'Neill. O'Neill with a shot that goes wide. It pops all the way over. Morse holds the line. Back in. Now behind the net. Trying to get through. O'Neill watching it. Rutherford. Oh, he couldn't quite hold it. Now trying to get out. That's taken by Cass Academy. They lose an edge. And now here comes Rutherford. Rutherford with the shot. Now across O'Neill with the shot. And held on to. Now Leeds is back. And now timeout being taken by Ashburn. 44.5 seconds remaining. Ashburn and Caps Academy 2 stuck in a 2-2 tie. But face-off coming up to the right of the Caps Academy net. So back there ready now. Ashburn is ready. Well, Ashburn is not ready. Ashburn still coming up to the ice. Leeds is in for the faceoff for Ashburn. That is one back by it to O'Neill. Now a shot towards the net by Strabutzel. Not able to get there. Loose. Puck is loose. Shot by O'Neill. Puck is still loose side of the net. And still working their way through. Can't get it out. Morse holding the line. No, he wasn't able to, but it's kept in by Cal. Cal sends it to the middle, looking for O'Neill. Couldn't get it to him, though. And still inside the zone, trying to get out. Now, finally, they do. Morse looking, and he whiffed on it, and is actually probably the best thing that happened there. Now, coming in, Morse sending it through, trying to find Leeds, but Leeds is tied up. And now, Caps Academy trying it for their chance. Here's Nichols coming in. McNally, excuse me. That's it that's sent aside. And that is it. That'll do it. Game over. And this one ends in a 2-2 tie. So tie is better than a loss, right? So, but not as good as a win. So good push by the Caps Academy here right at the end of the game to get this thing tied up. So 2 goals in the third period for Caps Academy on 13 shots for a 2-period total, or for a game total of 30 shots on net. Ashburn, on the other hand, 7 shots on goal, no goals in that period for a 3-period total of 28. So thanks for watching. Next weekend, we will not have a Saturday game. We have 2 games coming up your way on Rut Sports Broadcasting next week. 9:30 a.m. bright and early up in Columbia, Maryland at the Columbia Ice Rink. Ashburn will be taking on the the Howard Huskies. And then that same afternoon at like 5, I can't remember the exact time, but I think at 5, Ashburn, it will be playing back here at the Ice House against Maryland Junior Bears. So thank you for tuning in. We will see you next weekend, bright and early from the Columbia Ice House. This is Rut Sports Broadcasting.